Good morning, boys and girls, and welcome back to the southern wing of the Stink Bug Works. I have received a couple of questions on this build. First question was, who's the manufacturer? And it comes from EcoMaster, and I will put a link into the description. This is a hull that he no longer produces. However, he does produce the updated, more modern version of this. This is an older design. One of the questions I received was, oh, this carbon fiber stuffing tube, that's going to be no good. Your prop shaft's going to wear a hole in it. Well, this is what goes in there. And these little things on this 2mm shaft are actually ball bearings. So I have 6 ball bearings that this thing rides on, and these ball bearings fit into the carbon fiber stuffing tube. So the shaft rides on 6 ball bearings, and the ball bearings run inside this shaft. Now, the shaft is replaceable. This stuffing tube, I could put one out to here if I wanted, or move it back. As it is, remember yesterday I talked about looking at the mini Dom and the M450 to see how far forward the propeller can go. And it's more a function of the rudder. How far forward do I have to have the propeller so that the rudder doesn't hit it? And the answer is that far forward. The front of the prop has to be slightly in front of the leading edge of the rudder. Another question was, I keep comparing this to the Cobra M450. Look at him, boys and girls. This is a naked, empty Cobra 450 hull. And they were saying the bottom of the hull is different. Well, it's not really that different. If you look, it has a recovery step and a step, whereas this one has some pretty big lifting strakes. This one has smaller lifting strakes a little closer together. This one has a flat, rounded bottom here. This one has a V'd bottom it sort of develops into lifting strakes, and it's a little bit narrower, and it has the same spray rails here. Although these spray rails are canted down a little bit more than these. But essentially, you look at them, well, this one's a little narrower too. So there are considerable differences, but overall, they're hugely similar. Just hugely similar. So this now has a properly lubricated and ready to rock and roll drive shaft in here. And look at here, boys and girls. Look at here. All it needs is a radio and some jam foam, and we be ready to rock and roll. So today I have some errands to run, but maybe I'll work on putting some jam foam in. I may wind up just putting several small pieces in instead of trying to put one big piece in, which means taking the motor out and carving a piece and then putting it back in. I'm not going to do that. It's too much of a pain in the neck. I'm just going to start adding little pieces and then start adding a big strip down this side. So it'll get a big strip down here. This side's going to be mostly taken up with battery, so it'll be up here and in here. It's not a whole lot, but it's going to have to suffice. There you go, boys and girls. Oh, one of the many prizes for the N2 challenge right here. One of the many prizes. The 2S challenge, the N2. The N2 2S. There you go, boys and girls. Until next time, jet out.